Live from the moistest Utah's been in 20 years, it's Geekshow Podcast.
And now a message from the desk of Masameda, spokes Chagrian for the Emperor. There's been a lot of misinterpretation and outright lying by the Rebel Alliance about the events that happened on Tatooine. They never show the video of the stormtroopers giving a lost old man and his grandson directions when they got lost in the streets of Mos Eisley, a crime-ridden city under rebellion rule. They never show the video of the stormtroopers helping to break up a fight at the local crime-ridden cantina. I will say this. The stormtroopers that visited the Jawa Sandcrawler and the Lars homestead were sightseers on a tourist visit. They were curious about the process of moisture farming and direct marketing sales relation. The video proves it on this episode of Geek Show.
Geek Show, Geek Show, Geek Show!
GeekShowPodcast.com.
There we are. Hi, everybody. Oh, y'all look so good. Yes, Hi. like and subscribe, like the thing says there.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Do that. Like and
Instructions to follow in our live stream.
He's been busy.
She needs instructions. She's Rebecca Frost. Quad T, Too Tall Tony is here.
Hi.
Lee George Cade is here. And Jay Whitaker reporting for duty. Hi, Jay.
Can I plug a show real quick?
Sure, absolutely.
Hey, just if you are in the Texas area, I'm going to be in Houston, Texas for the Riot Comedy Festival next week, March 23rd through the 27th. I'll be down there, so come down and get some barbecue and laugh with your boy. And then I'm going to be in New Hampshire at Portsmouth, McHugh's Comedy Club, April 7th through April 8th. That's it. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Jay, let me know when you're doing a show in Innsmouth.
What is that? Is that a sundown town? Do I need to be? Yeah, I'm just like everything about that. I feel like everything about that sounds offensive.
Well, it is. It's definitely H.P. Lovecraft crap. So, but the four Cthulhu fans that are watching right now went, yes, Jay, please do a show at Innsmouth.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
All
trying
right.
to quit.
He's trying to quit sundown towns.
I hope we all would.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
Man. The
Oh
sun
my
never
God,
rises on
we're
Innsmouth.
off to a start.
Let's announce our Saturday matinee. There was a vote. It happened. And there it is. Our Saturday matinee, April 8th. It's Con Air.
And you guys chose poorly.
Excuse me?
Hey, now.
Because it was between Face Off and Con Air, and Con Air won by an overwhelming majority.
I'm sorry. I'm Rebecca. I will have to disagree with you. Con Air is a Utah original. Okay, it filmed in Wendover.
So in Nevada.
Which side of Wendover?
Both of them. So fun fact. Fun fact, I've been to the set where the Steve Buscemi is out in the trailer park area, being all creepy. That airfield is all in part. It's half Utah, half Nevada. So
Awesome.
I've been to that airfield
Nevada.
for specific reason. You can visit it if you.
Nevada.
You just need to pick a side, Wendover. Quit riding the line.
I do want to say though, they said, hey, because it's your birthday month and you're the one putting up this vote, do you want extra votes? And I was like, no, that would be unfair.
Oh.
So congrats, democracy, you did it.
Rebecca, I wish you would have, because I would have rather have seen Face Off, but Con Air is the one that everybody chose, and so that's what we're gonna see.
Listen, I'm not mad.
everyone.
I'm not mad at all. I'm just surprised.
It's just
Me too.
disappointed.
I'm not mad. I'm just surprised.
Mad at the dirt.
Yeah, I'm not disappointed. Like, literally, I suggested both Con Air and Face Off, so I can't be mad with the results.
true.
I'm
That's
just
true.
surprised.
All
You
right,
know, if
so
you're ever curious about Wendover, just realize that it's a mullet of a city.
Hey.
So the doors are at 11:30. We'll start the podcast recording at noon, and the movie will start at about 1. Pay what you want is all we ask. Pay what you want.
I wish bills were like that.
Pay what you want.
Well, I mean, you can.
Bills exactly are pay what you want. We just do not have enough money.
All right, let's get to the first big big item. This is the one that everyone is talking about because everybody demanded this.
I'm excited. What is this?
Everybody wanted this, and I'm gonna tell you about it. What you do is you go to bansheesthegame.com, all one word. And what you're gonna get is you ask for it. It's a game of the Banshees of Inisherin. Now,
If you play as the guy on the left, you only get 10 lives because he's only got 10 fingers.
no, you only have one choice. You see, it's like a Pac-Man style game. And what it is, what it is,
Another Pac-Man style game.
is
Got it up.
so ridiculous.
is you play as Brendan Gleeson, right? That's his name, right?
Yeah.
It's level 1. Boring Colin is trying to be your friend. Run away, collect the 5 fingers, and get to the pub before he catches you.
Awesome.
So you press play and you use your direction pad to play, and when he catches you, this is what happens. I don't like you no more.
Say it. Do it again.
All right, here he comes. So Colin is chasing me. Here we go.
He keeps catching me.
I don't like you no more.
no more.
But you got to go
Like
around
you
the
no
maze
more.
and pick up all the 5 fingers and get to the pub before.
Oh no, he's catching me. Oh no, I don't want to be a friend no more.
I gotta be
loved
honest
that
with you.
Movie.
This thing is so addictive. I've been playing it for a day now.
What's wrong?
I don't want to be your friend no
wrong with
more,
that?
Colin Farrell.
I just don't want to be a friend no
That's
more.
how all movies should end.
Oh, he's
So it's-
catching me. Oh, he's
it's-
caught me.
It's bansheesthegame.com. You can play
We're going to
that.
talk it out over a pint.
So I'm curious if is this actually like from the creators of the
No.
movie or the studio? This is just something someone made that's awesome.
Well, there's a thing there that says, when you finish the game and it gives you a chance to put your initials on it, like the old days, it says,
Yeah.
the people behind this game. I didn't click on that yet because I've been too busy playing it.
Yeah, you got to get back in
amazing.
there.
It's a nice time waster at work for you. All right.
You know what else is a nice time waster, though? The actual movie. Well, that makes it sound like it's an insult. I was
it's
trying
not
to
a time
reframe
waster.
it in the sense
It's
that you could just watch the movie. No, but it's very good.
It's a great movie.
You know what else is a great waste of time? Work.
Here, here.
All right, let's get on with the big news then. It's we'll start with some DC stuff because we do get blamed for
Give
being
Tony
Marvel
his
zombies here.
Give Tony his flowers. Give Tony his little morsels of DC
I need my
crumbs.
table scraps.
Here you go. Here's a morsel. Here's a little bit, Tony. James Gunn has announced that he will, in fact, direct Superman Legacy,
Nice.
which will be released on July 11th, 2025. Now, the significance of that date, because if you follow him on social media, he will answer questions and he will confront you. If you're wrong, he'll tell you.
Yeah.
I love how he calls out all of these geek news sites.
Clickbait sites.
The clickbait sites that claim to be news and claim to have stories, and he'll just say, no, this is a lie. This is a total lie.
Nice.
He says, yes, I'm directing Superman Legacy. My brother Matt told me when he saw the release date, he started to cry. I asked him why. He said, dude, that's Dad's birthday.
Aww.
Oh, nice.
Lost my dad 3 years ago. He was my best friend. He didn't understand me as a kid, but he supported my love of comics and my love of film, and I wouldn't be making this movie now without him. So there you go. That's
a
the
good
big
dad.
news this week. Now, the other DC-related news are people not so excited with DC.
I don't want this table scrap. What are we talking about?
Well, first of all, Mark Guggenheim is sad. See?
Who's that? That
He's
guy?
the-
He looks like he
stepdad
runs
is
an
that?
alt-right Twitter account.
He does.
Right.
Ooh.
Is
you
that a
guys-
Lions Not Sheep shirt?
I'm a.
Do you guys
I'm
like
a
the
beard,
little-
I'm a
The
beard
little
trim
teardrop
and,
on him.
I'm a beard trim and no glasses away from looking like this guy. Uh-oh.
Tony.
Now, Mark Guggenheim is the guy behind a lot of the DC television universe for about 10 years.
Okay.
Arrow,
That's right.
Flash, Supergirl, Batwoman, Legends
Oh,
of
then
Tomorrow.
sorry I made fun of him.
Nope.
I know.
This guy knows how to start strong, but can't finish good.
Yep.
Poor
Here's-
wife.
And that's why he picks up his kids on weekends.
He's the Stephen
Sorry,
King
that
of
was rude. I'm so sorry.
he's the Stephen King of DC TV.
yeah.
I'm so sorry. That's not
We
right.
did say I at least said I was spicy today. You can blame this on me.
Here's what he had to say. James Gunn announced that he has assembled a writer's room to help chart out what the new DC universe is.
Didn't invite me.
Suffice it to say, I'm not among that group.
Yep.
Oh, no.
He goes on to say that even if he didn't get a job in the writer's room, the least that leadership could have done is, given him a meeting.
Come on, guys. Just tell me you don't want me.
So yeah, and he also goes on to say, he says he wanted a conversation, a small recognition of what he tried to contribute to the grand tapestry of the DC universe.
A participation trophy.
No, well, I will say, a lot of the shows he did on CW started off really cool. They did.
Yep.
They started off, yes. It's exactly what you were saying. Sticking the ending is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I'd only spent 9 years toiling in that vineyard after all, and it's not like I'm getting other gigs because of it. So it feels, at least on a career level, that I really wasted my time.
All the money to be made is just a waste.
He's saying vineyard, and yet he produced the Pabst Blue Ribbon of comic book shows.
Oh, come on now. You're being a little harsh, I think, Mr.
I enjoy the occasional Pabst Blue Ribbon. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes
All right.
it's really refreshing.
It's at
Sometimes-
least Keystone
It's a
Light.
soda. It's high fructose corn syrup. It's not even real beer.
It's
Yeah.
at least Diet Mountain Dew.
The other person not so happy,
Okay.
not so happy about all this is Batfleck, Ben Affleck. He's out promoting his shoe movie, whatever that is, Air.
Air.
Yeah,
Looks kind of good, I think.
No.
if you're into shoes, I suppose.
I'm into stories that are interesting, and it looks interesting.
But here's what he said. In Affleck's own words, the highest-rated movie of his career was Justice League. But ratings don't do much about the monstrous taste the notoriously trouble film left in his mouth. While he says he liked a lot of the stuff he did in Batman v Superman and Justice League. He says, Justice League, you could teach a seminar on all the reasons why this is how not to do it. Ranging from production to bad decisions to horrible personal tragedy, the genius and the silver lining is that Zack Snyder eventually went to AT&T and was like, look, I can get you 4 hours of content, and now it's my highest rated movie on IMDb.
Oh,
Monkey
so
paw.
he's
Monkey paw. You got your monkey paw, Ben Affleck.
I was confused. He's referring to the Snyder Cut being the highest rated, not
Yeah.
the Justice League.
He said Justice League was the worst experience I've ever seen in a business which is full of some essy experiences, because he thought that what he wasn't suited to the whole type of production. He says, now though, he says, I would not direct something for the James Gunn DC. Absolutely not. Nothing against him. He's a nice guy. I'm sure he's going to do a great job. I just don't want to go in and direct in a way that they're going to be doing that. I'm not interested. He also says he's in The Flash for just like a minute or two.
Oh, dang it. He's my favorite Batman.
So June 16th, 2023 is when The Flash is out. All right. This is, if you like this show, I'm terribly sorry. I kind of predicted that this was going to happen. Willow. There will be no second season of Willow.
Wait a minute. There's been an update since this.
Well, there will be no second season of Willow.
Carrie, come on. I loved this show.
I didn't get the update because I honestly, I scanned over it and went, yeah, no, it's still canceled.
He's from the same people that keep telling me that I might get that Mandalorian movie. I've been in production for 10 years.
Well, I mean, this just comes amid increased scrutiny that media companies, all of your streaming companies, have been curbing their content spending, because they're finding that they're spending a lot of money on this stuff and it's not making the money back as quickly or as largely as the shareholders would like.
Well, I could have told them this 5 years ago. The amount of money that they're dumping into production versus the amount of new subscribers they get, maybe not 5 years ago, but like 2-3 years ago, the writing was on the wall. If you dump this much money into production, but you're already flatlining on your subscription base,
Talk about it.
you're not going to make any money off these productions.
There's also a problem when Willow, beloved movie. For the same reason why The Dark Crystal is a beloved movie or why Labyrinth is a beloved movie. It's because a certain age
Don't
group...
go bringing Jareth into this conversation.
A certain age group grew up with it and it's beloved. Anybody not in that age group might look at this and go, like There's a certain generation that loves Willow because you grew up with it. It was on your VHS. You watched it. It was there. It was rotated through. If you were not part of that generation, you may not have even seen Willow, or if you saw it, you said, wow, this is woefully not for me. And then when they make a series based off of Willow, you go, okay, this is woefully not for me. And then it got hit with that woke tag that a lot of people... No, I'm sorry. They're message forms, any messages on it. It's like, you're telling me that you're upset that a show about how a little person can actually be more than a little person is suddenly somehow transformed by wokeism?
Woke. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, the same people that made Snyder's Justice League the highest rated thing on Rotten Tomatoes are the same people that bombed this thing on review sites so that people wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. It was all right.
Yeah.
It was cute.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
I watched all. I loved it.
Did you love Willow?
I tolerated the movie. It wasn't.
Whoa!
I watched it a couple times as a young child.
Gotcha.
But I thought the show was far and way better than the movie.
I had a good time with it, but yeah.
Well, Tony, you need to run to the Target and buy all the toys.
I don't care about toys.
What?
I got too much crap already.
All right.
I heard that. I feel you, dog.
Well,
thank you, Jay.
Well, then here's more crap that you won't want, even though this is kind of cool.
Cool crap.
Disney has these new because they've got this new Tron light cycle ride. It started at Tokyo Disneyland, and now it's in Florida. And this is the only place that you can get these figures. Now, you remember the Hasbro selfie series, where you could be a Ghostbuster or whatever, and you take a picture, they would sculpt your face. Well, what these do is you could see their screens on the face. So they look like the helmets that the guys were wearing. They will transfer your face and voice onto those screens. So they have
my little AI avatar.
Exactly. They have you say a series of sentences. They're programmed into a chip that's inside the toy.
Oh, that's better than I thought. I thought they were just going to take like a Polaroid and slap your face on the
and your face. They take pictures of your face. This is all done, at the shop by the Tron Light Cycle ride. Yeah, and they scan your face with you speaking, and the little TV screen will be your face in the suit on the screen saying these lines from the movie. And you can take the chip out of the action figure and put it into a different action figure, so you can buy all four.
Carrie.
But it's a $90 price tag, plus airfare to Florida and
look at all the
passes.
tickets we got.
Hey, you know what though?
This is. Go ahead, Rebecca.
Good for them, because this is like not, you don't get to put your selfie on a lightsaber, but like with the lightsabers at Disneyland, my husband's gotta have it all, right? So we didn't get just the one kyber crystal, we got all of them. And if there was a way to easily get the black one, we would have by now. But like, same thing with this. People are gonna want to collect all four and be able to like switch around all the little bits of it.
$360 later, I got all
literally though.
I'm reading the terms and conditions on this joint, man. This thing is gonna still out like 50 years from now. Oh my lord!
Exactly.
You're gonna be a hologram in the future.
I don't want any more stuff taking up room on shelves, but this has technology in it, and I think it's really cool.
I know you like the tech.
Your shelves have technology in them too.
To create this, it takes about 16 minutes. And that's plenty of time to go around the gift shop and see all the other things that you need, I suppose.
Okay, so here's how you fix this. Here's how you make it so that you will let people, when they get in line for the Tron Light Cycle ride, you let people sign up to get scanned and do their voices while they're in line waiting for the ride. Mm-hmm. That way it knocks 16 minutes out of the way. Mm-hmm. Of what's going to be an hour for your 3-minute ride.
I'm reading them terms and conditions. That's plenty of time to read the terms and conditions.
Time to review the TOC.
Because Disney will own your face and your voice as well after this. Now here's the part that's going to make Tony really want this.
Oh, great.
Is that the packaging comes in what looks like a miniaturized Tron arcade cabinet. You remember the old Tron arcade games?
Yes.
So that's the package that it comes in.
How many points of articulation? I'm not spending $90 on 5 points of articulation.
It has a screen that plays your face. It doesn't matter how many articulations it
Show
has.
All of the
Terms and
articulation is right in
conditions.
here.
Tony,
got it.
Tony, I'm looking at a screen right now that's playing all 5 of our faces.
Look at all the
How many points of
articulations.
articulation? I know. Look at us. Look, I've got at least 8 minimum here, right?
It looks like it's pretty articulated. The knee joints,
Yeah, you
the
can see
wrists,
that.
the elbows,
Ankles,
Yeah.
shoulders. So
It's got at least 2.
Head, shoulders, knees,
And it-
toes. What else do you
Yeah,
need?
And it
Two of
looks
those
like
knees have tendonitis. I might do it.
and it looks like they light up from the inside, so it's at least up to terms with like Centurions from 1987.
I like the really generic body types. Like maybe that's a woman or that's just a really skinny man.
I need the thick guy on the end to represent me, except he needs more around the middle.
Yeah.
The third,
Can you
the
sculpt
third
it
one,
so it's chunky?
A little bigger.
Where's the
Where's
the Kyle from accounting figure?
That's the third one over. That's actually what I was thinking.
that's the one. All right. Moving on. We got on the Disney Plus What If, the cartoon.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
upcoming second season of What If, we're going to be getting an episode that follows the trajectory of the Tesseract had it crashed in America before its colonization.
Whoa.
Pray,
this-
but make it Marvel.
Would this be
Yeah.
like Marvel 1609?
Well, it's What If, so I don't know what universe it would be in, but it is called Cahorty.
That's cool.
That's the name of the character, and it is like Prey, essentially.
Wait.
Yeah,
So.
it's
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. I was focusing on the every other character, and I was like, this looks like Marvel.
Oh, yeah.
That's
no.
just background.
Just
That's
the
just
front
the
character.
background.
Just the front
Yeah.
character.
You just
I was-
ignore it.
Yeah, I was like, if this is Marvel pre-colonization, this is not.
Looks the same.
It's the same.
what it is. Let's see. This is let me find this.
That's dope.
Ryan Little, director Brian Andrews worked on the episode with members of the Mohawk Nation, along with Marvel, to help design Cahorty's look, world, and to create a score infused with traditional Mohawk music. Cahorty is a real Wolf Clan name, meaning she stirs the forest, is someone who motivates those around her. In her debut adventure, Cahorty will have to live up to her name to recruit powerful allies to fight to save her people, change the course of history forever. Mohawk historian provided history of the Awaksani region that is in upstate New York. They went completely historical on this to make the story, wanted to get it right. And this is a character that has not appeared in Marvel Comics yet. This is
Ooh,
an
a new
original
one.
character.
Cool.
This
So
is dope,
that's-
man. I like
that's
that.
kinda cool.
That's-
Now here's a cartoon that won't be dope.
Oh,
Terribly sorry, but
In less dope news,
in less dope news, the Flintstones are back.
woke Flintstones? Yeah!
See, here's-
Give me that
here's the
woke
thing.
Flintstones.
I just don't care about the Flintstones in general.
Well, here's the thing.
What?
Seth
Not the
MacFarlane.
puns?
Seth MacFarlane went to Paramount and said, "I've got to take on Star Trek." And they said, "We see the fart jokes on your Family Guy show. You get out of here." And that became the Orville. He then went to Hanna-Barbera, whom he used to work for when he was young, and said, "I've got to take on the Flintstones." And they said, "We don't need no fart joke Flintstones. Get out of here."
Wait,
Give me
there's
the fart joke
jokes?
Flintstones.
I'm in. I'm back in.
But now you're back in because Elizabeth Banks is behind this. Bedrock is what it's called.
Oh, I thought she was calling it the Fart Stones.
That would have been good.
Missed opportunity.
Now, I'm going to watch this for these reasons, these first two reasons. Stephen Root as Fred Flintstone. You got me right there.
I'm in. Dang it. I didn't care about this. Now I do.
And Amy Sedaris as Wilma.
Oh my gosh.
Again,
Wait, is this live action or animated?
animated.
Okay, okay.
Nicole Byer as Betty. Jolo Truglio as Barney.
Oh my god.
Manny
This is
Jen
great.
Cinto as Bam Bam. And Elizabeth Banks herself as Pebbles.
All right, I'm in. Gosh,
It
dang
will be a primetime adult comedy, it says here, focusing on the continuing story of the Stone Age family 2 decades later, with Fred on the brink of retirement and 20-something Pebbles embarking on her own career as the Stone Age gives way to a shiny and enlightened new Bronze Age.
that's
yes!
even cooler. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have
Okay.
created a believer.
What was that Pebbles that Pebbles and Bam Bam cartoon that was on when we were youngins?
They were teenagers. They had a rock band.
But
yeah, rock band.
Mustn't forget, Manny Jacinto is what's his name from The Good Place, the dumb one, Jason.
Oh, he's
Oh, that's
awesome.
him?
Yeah.
Oh, now that could work.
He's going to be Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect, yes. That is
like
good.
Nicole Byers Betty's gonna be interesting.
Right? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
sassy
think-
Betty. I love sassy Betty.
I think we're gonna see a sassy and horny Betty. Like honestly, like
What,
if you
we
follow
didn't-
Nicole Byers comedy, like
I
I'm
loved
sorry,
her so much in the cooking show she did on Netflix. Nailed it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
Same.
good.
I guess I must have been watching a different Flintstones because I thought we already had a sassy and horny Betty.
Well, no, that's why I said I love sassy horny Betty, calling back to the OG.
Right. She was. Yeah. When I was a kid, I was like, "Whoa, that's
Yeah,
some
no, but,
sassy,
like-
horny Betty there."
yeah, but this one gonna be yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good for you, Jay.
Yeah.
Here's something I don't
Yeah.
know if it's going to be yeah or not, but I feel compelled to report on it because people liked the movie Gattaca from
Gattaca,
1977.
they just like saying the thing. Gattaca.
I like saying Gattaca.
The most intense swim race I've ever seen in a science fiction movie.
Oh, okay.
I can't think of another.
Well, they're taking the movie, and like they did with Westworld, they're turning it into a series on Showtime. It will take place in a generation after the events in the film, when science and humanity have evolved to the point where we can direct our own evolution. Genetic
Excuse
engineering.
me?
Yeah?
Is this a young Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this where they met?
What year is this from? This doesn't look like it's
97.
from the 70s. Oh, okay.
That's Gattaca, dude.
Is this where they
How
met?
many Gattaca dog?
How many versions of this movie have there been? I haven't watched
One.
any of them.
It's
I don't know nothing.
It's based on a book, right, Lee? That's what
Yes,
I thought.
it's well, depending like who you talk to in the Cade household, it's either one of the most intriguing, interesting cautionary tales about the future, or a really good nap.
Oh, okay.
Now, is that the one about genetically modifying babies or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he
Okay.
Genetically altered toddlers, teens,
he has the genetic
including cool ants.
he has the genetic possibility of having heart problems. Like, he doesn't actually have heart problems, so he's spent his entire life being coddled and pampered and protected so that he doesn't have heart issues, whereas his brother's like this wonderkind. So anyway, they have a swim meet at the end.
Whoa.
That's what it says here. The genetic engineering has created a world in which parents can determine the future of their children before they are born, the Valids, which by default has created a new underclass, no longer determined by social status or the color of one's skin, the Invalids. Set in the near future. That's what it says here. Set in the near
Yes, this
future
is a real thing.
where corporations screen their employees based on their genetic makeup. The series centers on a man with a congenital heart condition who tries to assume the identity of a former athlete with perfect genes in order to fulfill his dream of traveling to space.
Right. So he gets
Okay.
Jude Law's like he's
Jude
he's
Law's
been-
there too?
Oh yeah, and he's
Yeah,
been
this is
he
a good movie.
can't walk anymore, so like Ethan Hawke's taking his genetic code so that he can go to the moon, or I can't remember. It's been a while. But it really gets into the fact that only the wealthy can afford these genetic screens.
Right.
So yeah.
We need this movie right now because
Oh yes, we needed Gattaca. Yeah.
genetic manipulation is coming sooner than you guys think.
And it'll
But
happen
also,
for
only
rich
the
first.
wealthy.
Yep.
Well, genetic manipulation's already a thing. Designer
Yeah.
babies are already a thing.
It's
But-
just yeah.
Like
And
we
that's
need
why
it now,
And that's why we need to
show
pay
you
attention. Sorry.
rich. No, you're
That's why
good.
That's why we need to pay attention to AI coming out and taking most of the
Yes.
menial
Also.
jobs, because if you can't get a job as a writer, as a paralegal, as anything, because we're just automating all this stuff, well, the wealthy already have their gene sequencing that allows them to be beautiful and successful. They don't need jobs anyway. So,
Yeah.
So are you saying, Lee, that we should read the terms and conditions? Let's go.
and you should read Gattaca. You should watch Gattaca. You could read Aldous Huxley's 1984 Brave New World. You need to be aware of. Anyway, I'm sorry.
You could
Whole
watch
other show.
You could watch Island by Michael Bay, starring
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor and the other
and
one, Scarlett
Scojo?
Johansson. Scarjo.
All
Is
I'm
that
getting
like-
from you all is that we need to pay attention to sci-fi so we can plot what's going to be happening next month.
Pre-crime, Minority Report.
Yep.
Well, let's step into another different kind of less serious world. How about Evil Dead?
The reviews from South by
Whoa.
Southwest have been nothing but good.
That
Yeah,
is
except for that one.
Except for that one guy. Except for that one guy who yelled in the theater, and Bruce Campbell told him to get the hell out. And then he went to Twitter and has like 30 followers and was like, I was brought by Warner Brothers because I'm a social media influencer and I invented the campaign for Smile. And no, you have like 30 followers. You've done nothing. You just wanted 5 minutes of fame. That's all.
He fell
That's it.
asleep and kept texting through the movie. Anyways, yeah.
Evil Dead Rise director Lee Cronin said that if you look carefully in Evil Dead Rise, look for Bruce Campbell. Now, Bruce Campbell said, I'm just producing it, I'm not in it, but he said, hidden in the movie somewhere. He said, I felt like in order for the franchise to be a new, on its own thing, we broke free of Ash, but Bruce is hidden in the movie somewhere. Bruce has a small presence in the movie. The first person to figure it out and send me a tweet, I'll give you $50.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Smackers.
It's a low-budget film, obviously.
So I'm looking for Papa Pita on a street corner.
But here's where they spent all of their money. On blood in the movie.
not surprising.
From very early on, this is the director. He says, from very early on, I said the blood is going to be a character in the movie. I want it to be able to behave and flow the way I want it to move. I want it to rise in a certain way. I want it to have a certain viscosity. And apparently they went through about 1,700 gallons of the fake blood.
Does that beat out the record previously set by It Part 2?
It might. It says it was sticky icky. If it got on your skin, you lost your hair. People were getting hosed down every single day.
That sounds awful.
I wanted
The
to have
sacrifices for a good Evil Dead movie.
I wanted to have the movie almost feel like a punk rock opera dripping in blood. That was in my mind.
Which is funny because the punk rock opera written in blood would have been Repo the Genetic Opera, which really wasn't what they wanted it to be. So this sounds better.
It sounds physically exhausting. The film's actors had special training the director described as boot camp, how to fall, how to hold a shotgun, how to scream in sheer terror repeatedly. To prepare them for the deadite action, and it's going to be in theaters April 21st. But yeah, like Rebecca said, the reviews out of South by Southwest were huge.
That's great.
So
I'm
looking
so
forward to it.
hyped. I'm so hyped.
Who directed this one? Anyone we know? Or
The
ever,
Blood.
I should say.
The blood itself. It's somebody else. I
His
can look it up.
name is
Or he's got it.
Cronin. Let's see.
Cronenberg?
Lee
No.
Cronin. Lee Cronin.
Cronenberg would be like, Cronenberg wouldn't be I want the blood to be a character. He'd be like, I want the lungs to be a character, and I want them to creep and crawl into people and occupy their brains.
Well, now you're talking like Guillermo del Toro. Segway.
Hey.
There we go.
Guillermo del Toro, Lee, this is just for you. This is a gift
It is
just
just
for you. Because it's combining two of your favorite things, Guillermo del Toro and Frankenstein.
Yeah, I saw the cast for this. This is exciting.
Yeah. He says he's got Andrew Garfield, Mia Goth for roles in Frankenstein. He's not saying who they're going to play. But he said that he's always wanted to do Frankenstein, and he's finally going to be able to do it.
I love this for him.
I love this for me. His when I went to the Guillermo del Toro exhibit down at the LACMA in LA, I mean, there's a room like the size of a high school gymnasium that was just Frankenstein stuff. Like he had a 20-foot tall Frankenstein mask just hanging from the wall there. It's usually in his house.
You let him borrow it.
Well, he's got 2 Victorian mansions in downtown LA that he calls Bleak House after Dickens. That's all
Naturally.
just a museum of old movie props from the 30s, 40s, 50s, I think up into the 60s. So great stuff.
All right.
I'm happy.
This is when I saw this, I just went, "Oh, it's like the movie gods have spoken," and Lee gets his gift finally. I predict he's going to be making a combination of Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein. I think.
Gotta. You get me a goth.
If you get into the original story, it does cover both pretty well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
How
that's what I
many,
think will happen.
How many Oscars does he have now? At least 2.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
Pinocchio won, right?
Yeah, Pinocchio
Yeah.
won. He
Yeah.
can write his own ticket now, I think, with pretty much any studio.
But he can't pack a house.
Oh, he gets critical reception, but doesn't make a lot of money.
Yeah, like his movies. You look at what was the movie he did last year with Bradley Cooper, the Carney.
He has at least seven.
yeah.
He has at least 7 Academy Awards,
Holy smokes!
Yeah,
and they're all very good. Best
Mm-hmm.
original screenplay for Pan's Labyrinth. Best international film, Pan's Labyrinth. Best original screenplay, Shape of Water. Best picture, Nightmare Alley. Really?
Nightmare Alley was
No,
amazing.
nominee. Oh,
He was
no,
a
I'm just
nominee,
kidding.
yeah.
I lied to you all. These are all his nominations. He has
yeah.
at least 3 that he's won.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry
okay.
I misled you.
It's all right. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that as well because I thought Nightmare Alley was a great little.
That
film,
was
but-
nominated for Best Picture last year? That's insane.
Yeah.
I know you didn't like it much.
Yeah, I hated it.
I've watched it like 6 or 7 times, but I love the original. I love the original movie with Tyrone Power.
It's good too.
So,
I
yeah.
walked away from it going,
All right. Now, to be fair, though, Tony, you do that to quite a few.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It's important to me. Like Guillermo del Toro has a tradition of showing face meat in places that it's not supposed to be, and Nightmare Alley delivered.
Yes.
Yeah, that is true.
Now, this next movie, I'm kind of looking forward to. I mean, it's a show me what you got situation, but here we go. The plot is a young boy who, in writing his yearly note to Santa, mixes up the letters and sends it to Satan instead.
Incredible.
That's
Dear
your elevator
Satan.
pitch for Dear Santa, starring
Okay.
Jack Black as
I'm
Satan.
in. That's it. I'm in.
We're going to get a woke, wholesome Satan, and honestly, love
Yeah,
it.
This is just like reverse Cocaine Bear. I'm in. Like, let's go.
Yeah. I mean, I'm already excited for him as Bowser in the Mario movie. This is just another step
Yeah,
down the
this is
evil
fine.
path.
I like the premise because I used to write letters to Satan all the time.
Please make me a knight in your service.
Kiss me, Satan. All right. And finally, before we get to what we consumed this week, Raise a Glass. Usually, we've been
Oh, this
backing
one
away.
hurts.
We've been backing away from them because they're kind of sad, and we hate to bum people out. People come here for a respite, so to speak. But this one was a big one. Lance Reddick.
Huge.
He was only 60.
Yeah.
They're saying that it's natural causes. They said they found him in his apartment. He was out
Ugh.
promoting John Wick Chapter 4.
Which comes out next week, right?
And he was like so excited about it.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was one of my favorite actors.
He
Yeah,
was in
because
The
he's
Wire.
one of those ones where, like, if you see him pop up in a thing, you're like, oh, this is good.
Yep.
Yeah.
I see him on a project. I'm gonna watch that.
I mean, he
Season
was-
1 of The Wire. Or just,
Yeah, I mean-
just The Wire in general. Like, my
Yeah.
goodness. Just watch it, and you're like, oh.
The
yeah,
Wire.
He's that
I'll
dude.
watch
He
it.
was that dude.
That was like his breakout situation. Fringe, Bosch, Lost, of course. He was on Lost. He
was
did a
one
lot
my
of.
favorite characters in Fringe. Just side note.
He
Look
did
at
a lot
that
of
smile. Just a handsome fellow.
did a lot of voice work on
Yes.
The Vindicators,
A
Rick
lot
and
of
Morty,
video games too.
Castlevania. Yeah,
Destiny.
He was also DuckTales. He still has some projects that have yet to be released. He's going to be.
projects that haven't been
Yeah,
released.
he was a working actor. I mean,
Yeah.
the John Wick spinoff, The Ballerina, he'll be in. He just finished a remake of White Men Can't Jump, which is
really?
which is coming in May. He completed work on the Disney Plus series Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
Dang it.
Brother was
yes.
working. Brother was working.
He was working.
What I
Prolific.
love about this guy is that, like, a lot of times when actors pass away, you hear, "Oh, I can't believe they're gone so soon." What you're seeing with him is all these stories, just sweet stories. You're seeing so many people tell sweet stories about interactions they've had with him, about how people just wanted to spend time with him and be around him, and it's not, "Oh, I'm gonna miss him." It's, "Oh my gosh, he was so nice. He was such a lovely person."
Like,
So,
literally, what's that story about? What did Keanu Reeves want for his birthday? To hang out
to
with
go
Lance.
hang out with Lance. Yeah.
to go see him work on the set.
Yeah.
Now he just finished up a forthcoming role in Shirley, which is a biopic about Shirley Chisholm. And he said this is the kind of story that he wants to do right now. I just want to do these kind of stories. I want to see these. A lot of those stories are about people of color, particularly people of color and women, particularly historical. That was the direction he was headed. But
Nice.
he just finished up the work on that. And if you want to see him do comedy, might I suggest?
The Eric Andre?
Eric Andre show.
Yeah.
Eric Andre,
no,
but-
the desk scene.
I wish I was LeVar Burton.
Rainbow Read Me!
But there's a show on Comedy Central, and I think you can find it somewhere, called Corporate. And he was brilliant in that. And
Oh, this is something else? Corporate. I'm going to have to look this up.
the movie, yeah, it was a series called Corporate. It was on Comedy Central for about 2 seasons, maybe 3. Very funny show. And it's smart. It's smarter than The Office. It's very...
Oh, I got to
Anyway.
check that out.
So go take a look at it.
Fantastic video games he was in real quick. I just got
Yes.
it. Quantum Break.
Yep.
Great game from Remedy. He was awesome in it. Destiny 2 and 1. He was one of the main characters, Zavala. And then also the Horizon series, the PlayStation exclusive. Well, the first one's on PC now, but he was the big bad that both of the games was story arcing towards something crazy was going to happen in the third game, and now we're not going to get it. And
Dang.
Oh, well. There you go.
he was awesome. Just
All right.
awesome.
So raise a glass for him sometime this weekend. All right. Before we get to what you consumed this weekend, another quick reminder, like and subscribe. We're doing the YouTube thing. We have to. Go ahead. And also, don't forget our Saturday matinee on the 8th, which is Con Air. So follow our social medias for all of that information. It's all there. All right. Who wants to go first? What did you consume this week? Tony?
I'll go.
Okay.
Rebecca?
Well, I mean,
Rebecca,
I
go for
literally,
it.
I didn't watch anything. I watched one thing, and it was the early drop of Ted Lasso,
Oh, nice.
which they're really leaning into making Giles a Palpatine villain, huh?
I haven't seen it yet. Who?
Oh,
his,
you can't
his
miss
office
it.
window even
Yeah.
looks like a giant eyeball. Like he's just
For
there.
you first see him and he's dressed like a villain,
Oh.
and then you go into his office and it is the throne room on the Death Star.
Pretty much.
It's like if Palpatine was a Bond villain and owned a soccer team.
That's
Yeah, and Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But really quick, I just want to shout out the women's offices on Ted Lasso because they are the most beautiful rooms I've ever seen in my whole life.
Yeah, that privacy curtain was,
Privacy curtain was good.
yeah.
all
Put
right.
there by a problematic man in the show.
Let's see now, Tony. I know you saw Shazam.
I did. We will get to that one. I got
Okay.
two real quick that I want to talk. Well, 3. First is just a public service announcement. I can't remember if I did this last week. There's a show on Sci-Fi, and I hope it didn't get renewed, because if it did, there's no justice in this world. It's called The Ark.
Yes.
Don't watch it. I got 15 minutes in. Me and my wife got 15 minutes in, and we just looked at each other and said, "Is this for real?" And I just to see, I looked it up on IMDb. It's at like a 4.1. Like it is awful.
Can I make a
So-
guess as to what it's about?
Go for it.
Is the Earth dying, and so people need to get on the Ark to be saved?
I didn't get far enough to know if the Earth was dying,
Oh,
but you're right about the second part. It's about a colony of people off to another planet. Oh man, the acting, it's hot garbage. Do not watch that. All right, next thing I watched. I don't feel at home in this world anymore.
Oh yeah.
oh, how is that?
It's pretty good. The first like 2/3 of it are kind of like slow and dry a little bit, but enough to keep you going. And then the last third is just like, whoa, whoa, whoa! Like everything just goes crazy. I like that one.
What was it like?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! 3.5 stars for
right.
that one. Spiderhead, Chris Hemsworth, and Miles Teller. That was pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah, that was a fun one. I enjoyed that.
That's on Netflix. Yeah.
3.5 as well out of 5. And then Shazam 2, God's Fury of the Gods.
God's
we saw that last night.
Boogaloo.
Yeah. It's so it's hard for me to rate this one honestly because I sat next to a group of 6 teenagers that wouldn't shut up the entire time.
My people.
Oh my gosh, they talked the entire time through the movie. And so that put me in kind of a downer mood. But if I separate myself from that aspect of it, the movie was pretty good.
Wait,
quite good.
Wait.
Isn't the movie about 6 teenagers?
No.
Touche.
And that's a
But
good
it's not
point.
them.
They're allowed.
You went to another movie theater. What happened
did.
the
You
last
got the
time you
Rona?
went
Well,
to a
let me tell
movie
you. Let me
theater?
tell you. Last time I went to the movies, I got COVID, so I just got to get back on the horse, you know.
I respect it, Tony.
But
Yeah.
the
Horse
movie
called
itself,
COVID.
it's really good.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, I liked it quite. It doesn't have
I've
quite as
heard
much
that.
like gravitas, but if you watch the first movie, you know that it's not a movie full of gravitas. Like
No.
it's funny, it's action packed, it's got good heart.
It's big with superheroes. I mean,
Isn't it the
yeah.
isn't it the Ant-Man of the DC verse?
Well, my review, my I guess you could sum up my review in this statement. It's better than most of the Marvel movies I've seen lately.
Whoa.
I've heard, like, you're not the only person that said that, dog. So, like,
I
Interesting.
really liked it. It's got a lot of funny parts. Helen Mirren is awesome in it.
you had me there.
They give her some physicality in the scenes, and she is really cool. So yeah, 4 out of 5.
Well-
I quite enjoyed it.
Go see it. It's not doing well this weekend. Apparently. Sorry.
Oh no.
Yeah, the box office receipts are a little lower than they are.
That
Bug
sucks.
Hunter asked if it was better or worse than Black Adam. Come on, man. Much better than Black Adam.
Black Adam without slow mo is 62 minutes long and really fun.
All right, who's next?
Jay is.
Jay.
Oh,
What? No, I thought Rebecca would have something to say.
no, I don't.
So I hopped on Ted Lasso, saw that. That was so Wednesday night in my house is hype because you get Ted Lasso and Abbott Elementary on the same. Like it's really hard to have a bad night. If
Abbott
you are
Elementary
watching.
has been crushing it.
Crushing
I've had to
it.
pause the show to go run into the
Yeah.
other room to explain a joke to my husband. Like
Yeah.
it is so good.
Fantastic.
It's so and so in my household, Wednesday night. I mean, obviously we just got the first episode of Ted Lasso back, and I know Abbott Elementary is kind of due for a break, but these next few weeks I'm gonna ride Wednesday night. Hump Day about to be very nice in our home.
Oh, and Andrew
last-
points out.
Double entendre.
Stick around after Abbott and watch that Not Dead Yet show. A lot of people are passing it by, and it's actually kind of charming.
Speaking of sticking around, 2 end credit scenes in Shazam. That's
Oh,
all.
thank you.
Okay, all right, I'll give you that. All right, well I might check out Not Dead Yet. You have to realize I go to bed very early. Because another
You're
thing.
talking to Carrie.
It premieres. Yeah,
Carrie
it
goes to bed at
premieres on
2.
It premieres at 9 p.m. Eastern. So like yeah, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So what else? Last of Us finale. I really enjoyed that. That
yeah.
was absolutely soul crushing. And just when I needed my Pedro Pascal fix, I got back on the Mandalorian. Me and Kat watched all 3 episodes. It was good to see. And we were talking about this morning, like. Star Wars is so vast. You gotta like hype yourself up to watch it, and because you can easily get lost. But then like I was like, I don't know if I got the patience to like connect the dots all over again. But then once Grogu popped up out of the little this little pod, I was like, all right, I don't care. Like
That's the thing about Mandalorian is
It
I am
works.
just not interested. I am not interested in what is happening. But then the little guy shows up,
Right.
and I just all of my brain function shuts off, and I'm like, "Yay, little guy!"
yeah, it's
The
like
Disney,
this is
Disney
fine.
marketing is just sitting there going, hee, hee, hee.
Yeah, no, we know what it is, and like I give props where credit is due. Earlier this morning I attempted the Creed Jonathan Majors upper body workout. I won't tell you what it is because Google is free, but like it's a really good. It's a really good workout. So for those who are trying to get that little thing going before sundress season. Hey, sundress season around the corner, people. Let's go. Get your affairs in order.
It's grilling weather.
Get your affairs in order. Sundress season is upon us, people. Get your affairs in order. Let's get right. Come on. That's it.
What kind of sundress will you be wearing this year, Jay?
Huh?
What kind of sundress are you going to be wearing this year?
I went to Forever 54, and I'm gonna get like I'm gonna get me a nice little maxi dress.
Oh, Leo.
Nice little maxi number.
That's a destination mall store, that Forever 54.
Yeah.
So,
I was just there the other day and got some elastic Coach pants, so that they're always in season. So
Hey, you know what? COVID ruined me. I actually bought sweats. I haven't owned sweats in years.
Even during pandemic times?
Nope. I believe in
I got
getting
like
up
50
and getting
pairs
dressed.
of sweatpants.
I have my
so many
sleep
pairs of
sweats. I have my around the house sweats. I have my work sweats. I have these are my reasonable enough to go outside sweats.
No, sweats are reasonable enough to go outside.
Like, I'm
Those are called,
like
when they go out, when you go outside in sweats, they become give up on pants life. Give up on life pants.
Hey, shut up.
And that's
I'm not
that's
giving up
straight
on
from
life.
Adventure Time. Give up
I'm
on
not
life.
giving up on
pants.
life. But you know what, though? I'm devastated about the end of legging season, but you know what that means? It's the rise of bike short season.
Let's go. Let's get it. I got the jorts. What's up? Real quick, in gaming news, I gave up on this game like 4 years ago because I was like addicted to it. Like, I had a problem with this game. Like, and now I'm back on it. Injected in my veins. Overwatch 2. I'm in. I'm back. I'm sorry. Competitive play.
Are they still doing the One Punch Man tie-in right now? Is that still going?
And people hate me in the group chat because all I do before every match is I'm like, all right, guys, let's get out there and do our best and have a good time. Like, I'm super positive. They hate me. They hate me. And I'm like, great job, team. I'll give positive feedback. I'm like the cool manager of the team. People hate it. No one endorses me.
We're just playing for fun, right, guys? This is all for funsies.
Yeah, no.
The score is fun to fun.
Yeah. and Kat. So Kat, shout out to my wife. She just finished her degree and she just directed her first show, SpongeBob the musical, which she did wonderful. So now she's having all the downtime in the world, and she picked up them sticks, yo, and she got Fallout 4, and it is so fun. Her and I have never played Fallout before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we had no context. So I'm like drunk yelling, and I'm like, "Why the roaches so big? Why?" Like
Red roaches are big.
And so she loves this game because the only way I won't say the only way. We're very new to this game, but she likes the idea that you can just sleep and you feel better. Like, yeah. And like my wife,
Cat's like, what a concept.
Yeah, she's just like, oh, you can choose to sleep. I just want to sleep. So all she does in this game is just sleep. She'll wake up and then go back to sleep.
And you can tell how long you want to sleep. You want to sleep for 24 hours? Sure, you can do that. Just boom.
It's so fun. It's so fun. All right, that's it. I'm sorry.
Awesome.
All right, Leigh. What do you got, Leigh?
So Ted Lasso, I'd have to say, in my opinion, this is a textbook on how to write a good comedy. Because I got teased a couple weeks ago when I said I'm not really into comedy, and what I mean is I'm not into traditional laugh track American comedy.
Ted Lasso, fart jokes.
No, I love a fart joke. A good fart joke is a masterpiece of comedy. So,
I agree with Leigh. Laugh tracks ruin it for me.
Right.
I don't
so
like
you take shows like Abbott Elementary is an amazing show. It's the kind of show I can just fall in love with and love the characters and love the weird quirkiness. Ted Lasso is like... I watched my favorite episode of Ted Lasso last week is Beard After Dark, where Coach Beard is out in London all night long. It is one of my favorite episodes of any comedy ever. I love it. It's like everything that's right about non-toxic masculinity is in that episode. So I just love that. Yellow Jackets. We're working our way through the first season so that we can get to the second season. Last night we got to Grandma dying and screaming, "Don't let him get my eyes!" And I looked at my wife and my kid and said, "Oh boy."
Oh boy.
Because oh boy is just about where that show was at. Last of Us finale, amazing, really well done, and they actually did a better job of emulating Salt Lake City and not mentioning Salt Lake than the game did in emulating Salt Lake City and mentioning Salt Lake. So they did a really good job with the digital composites.
I was sad we didn't see any posters for the Utah Hockey League, the Snakes.
The Snakes, right?
I was sad I didn't see sad unicycle guy. Like that's how you know.
He got cordyceps a long time ago.
Yeah, he got cordyceps right up.
I played while waiting for the latest patch in Star Citizen to not be an absolute train wreck. I started playing Total War Warhammer 3 because the Double Plus guys keep talking about how amazing it is, and I have had it for a while, but I haven't played it. I'm terrible at games, so newsflash, I'm terrible at this too. And then my heart broke on Wednesday when watching the third episode of the new season of The Mandalorian, which started out strong with just amazing, the Mandalorian ship and the N1, and they're fighting against TIE interceptors, and it's just like, this is great. And then it cuts to a 1 hour and 78 minute long
that's how long it felt.
Story about the weird doctor with the glasses from the first season and
You're
how
not
bad
Andor. You're never gonna be Andor. Don't even try to be Andor.
Well, I was going to get to that, you
Sorry.
person, you.
I'm sorry, I'm just so mad.
I entirely blame Andor for what went wrong, because there are people who really loved Andor and started talking about how nothing will be the same after Andor, and they want that political that background story. Oh no, you're not the only one. There's thousands. To the point where I actually watched Andor and found myself not liking it because it's one of those counter hype things where you've had it hyped
too good.
so much. Well, because it was like, well, that's not Star Wars to me. It can be Star Wars to me, but it wasn't.
That's how I felt about Rogue One when I watched it.
Right,
I was like, where's my space
I
wizard?
can see that. So no, Andor's great. Don't get me wrong. It just kind of, I need to watch it again when my brain's there. So anyway, an hour and 78 minutes of the slowest. Hey, you want to know what the volume can't do? It's in this episode. A lot.
That's a spicy volume.
The volume,
This Mandalorian stuff.
The volume can't do large crowd scenes where people are running across gantries, because you know what it looks like they're doing? Running in place while the screen moves behind them. So and then at the end, so really what it was is they said, oh, we only have 12 minutes of Mandalorian content. Let's write an hour and 78 minutes of political intrigue. It was okay, but it could have been 10 minutes.
It was not okay.
Okay. I agree. I agree. It was a little bit too long, but I did find it interesting.
I did
and
too.
The only reason why I honestly think the only reason why is because I've been in the service so long. So seeing how they function as a branch in an organization and the rigmarole, like I was like, oh my gosh, this is all relatable. Like just this is the paperwork and the bureaucracy and so I don't know.
And for me, it was all summed up by one line from a Who song: "Meet the new boss, same as the old boss."
Sure. But I mean, they could have just repurposed entire sets from Andor with, I'm processing things in a big cubicle warehouse too.
Well,
anyway, why don't you complain?
We're gonna do a whole deep dive on it.
We will.
I hope it pays some dividends later, because I did find what happened to him. That little Brazil ending was really quite interesting.
Yes,
but it was
very
again.
Interesting.
You could have done 78 minutes, not an hour and 78 minutes. So.
I found it quite intriguing, but anyway.
The only reason I stayed awake was because I had a migraine while I was watching it.
No, my wife and kid who watch everything with me, like I almost had to wake them up several times during the show because I couldn't hear the show over them sleeping.
I quite enjoyed it. However, though, Star Trek, Picard season 3.
Oh no!
You remember how we said on the last episode, just finish the series. It can't get any better than this.
It got better.
I was wrong. I was wrong. But I'm sorry, Lee, you're going to get a lot of political intrigue in this episode of Picard.
Okay,
political intrigue when done right is awesome.
I expect political intrigue in Star Trek, and I expect it in Star Wars too. They're usually a little more subtle about it, and that's fine. You're not reading me right, Carrie. You're going to take me to task for things I didn't say.
I'm putting words in his mouth.
It's and a return of a beloved character. That's all I'll say.
Oh, can't believe it.
You have to watch this because we're going to do our thing at 3 o'clock on Monday.
Back?
I do.
Oh, it's Neelix, isn't it?
You know, I seem to recall telling people all the time that the brilliance of the prequels is the political machinations and getting taken to task for that. So I feel like I just can't win here. I'm done. I'm off Geek Show forever now.
Sorry, Leigh. See you later.
Bye.
I watched. I thought I'd celebrate St. Patrick's Day last night with an Irish band, a little one called U2.
Never heard of him.
It was a documentary that was put together for Disney Plus.
Oh, beans, what?
Called A Sort of Homecoming, and it was hosted by David Letterman. And what they did was they just took a bunch of cameras to Dublin, and they set up in a theater where it was just Bono and The Edge. The other two band members weren't there, but they did.
Say their names. Do you know their names?
Adam Clayton and Larry Mullen.
Larry Mullen Jr., thank you.
Jeez.
Okay.
You got a gatekeeper over here. Jeez.
And they did stripped down versions of their songs, and they just followed them around town and interviewed people. It was a nice little thing. It was a sort of homecoming. But
They had a new album come out this week, too.
Yeah.
What is the Sword of Homecoming? Just sounds amazing. Like, how do you get that? How do you get the Sword of
The
I
Homecoming?
think he
Sword
said
of-
sort of.
Sort.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
okay.
But I would like to see a sword of homecoming.
I'd tell you, Lee, but there's a lot of political intrigue involved. So
I love that he's only making fun of
Please
you
like
and not me.
subscribe.
I didn't like it either, but he's only coming after you, Leigh.
but the
I
U2
love y'all.
the great thing about the U2 thing was that they did a stripped down version of one of my favorite U2 songs, and it brought a tear to my eye. All I Want Is You is the song.
That's any version of that song, honestly.
Watch this. You will love it.
Dang it.
All right. Games, and then we'll head out.
Hey, can I make
yeah.
a real quick suggestion real quick?
Please
if you're
do.
If you're looking for some good music, get some Duran Jones and y'all heard
Yep.
what's his name? Damn it. Duran Jones and the Indications. It's
good stuff.
y'all need some of that in your life. Wake up on some Saturday, Sunday morning, make some grits, take your shirt off while you're doing it, put on a little maxi dress, whatever you want to do. It's your world, baby.
A little
Sundress.
maxi dress.
Since we're talking music, De La Soul's entire library is finally available after they won a huge landmark suit that allows them to keep the rights and actually a lot of the money that gets made from it. And this happened like just a few
On a
weeks
cartoon.
after Trugoy the Dove passed away. So
Yeah, rest in peace.
kind of bittersweet that he didn't get to see it, but he knew it was happening, which is kind of amazing. So if you want to hear some of the greatest music
It's
ever
really
made,
good.
it's fantastic.
New Miley Cyrus album also dropped this week.
Okay.
So games?
Yes. Games.
All right. Games this week. There's not a whole lot to talk about this week. We got Out of the Park Baseball 24, if you like that on the PC. This one is worth mentioning, though. The Resident Evil 4 remake is coming out this week on Friday. And I've been reading reviews on that one, and it seems like it's kind of mixed. But not that there's a lot of average reviews. It seems either the reviewer loved it or the reviewer didn't really care for it. So it's pretty interesting to see how that's going to go. I say the same thing I always say. Wait till it's been patched once or twice before you buy it, because games are never released in a complete state these days. So that's coming out this week. And the other thing of mention that we need to talk about is the Diablo 4 beta early access going on right now.
Oh man.
Uh-oh, I hear it's troublesome.
It is getting slammed so hard with users wanting to play that the servers keep crashing. But
yeah, that
guess
happened
how
in my other game last week.
guess how you get an invite to this
Carrier
beta.
pigeon.
No, you have to go to KFC and buy some chicken.
No.
Yeah, dog. Okay.
They have teamed up with KFC. If you want to get in the early invite beta, you go buy some KFC. They give you a download code.
You're not
I
joking.
am 100% serious about this.
Would Tony lie about this? Would Tony lie?
Think about it. Think about it.
KFC.
Your average gamer, what do they love? Fast food and Mountain Dew and games.
And not reading.
And not getting
well,
laid.
obviously not reading. I mean, I'd refute that, but I can't. So,
Tony, so sorry to hear about that.
You're making it worse. So you go to KFC and you get your delicious chicken. I mean, in my opinion.
Yeah, you get your Double Down. Double Down's back.
And we're going to review the Double Down on Kids Table. And then KFC also has that Sweet Lightning Mountain Dew, which is the honey peach flavored Mountain Dew. Oh,
Sweet
baby.
Hey, let me know what y'all want to do. This
Sweet
KFC up
Mountain
from my street.
Okay,
And if you
perfect.
go to the one on 39th and State, it's got a buffet. Fancy KFC buffet.
So
Actually, I don't know if they
what
still
I'm
have it
hearing-
after COVID.
What
Okay,
I'm
now-
hearing from all of this is that vegetarians are not allowed to play Diablo 4.
Hey,
No,
they
you
got
just
corn.
give
They
your-
got
get-
mashed potatoes.
Give your chicken to your
Yeah.
friend. Take the download code.
They got the wedges. Oh, the wedges. They're by
Hey,
the
they'll
wedges.
They'll just know.
You know them chickens is them genetically engineered. That's Gattaca chicken.
That is.
Yeah, that's not real chicken.
You're right.
It's Gattaca chicken,
Give me
bro.
some of that Gattaca chicken.
All right.
So that's it for gaming.
That's it for games?
The open beta, or I mean the beta invite, I think it lasts a week, and then they're doing another one next week that I don't think is KFC related, but this week is.
Can I give a quick suggestion? Because I'm sorry, I got a little distracted, but Donald Glover
You
just dropped
got
a new
distracted?
show.
Oh.
Dropped a new show on Amazon Prime with Damson Idris, who's a great actor on Snowfall, and
yeah.
Chloe Bailey, and apparently has a very intimate scene that's kind of making the rounds on Twitter right now. So just
To Twitter real quick.
yeah, Rebecca, I could DM it to you, but
Yeah, if you don't
good
mind,
for them.
if you don't mind.
Got it.
I'm gonna,
Mark.
I'm watching this as soon as we get done. Like, so shout out to Donald Glover.
I also have one last thing before we go. Please go to our YouTube channel and watch my fun Oscars video.
Yeah.
And then say something nice on it. Only if it's nice.
It's nice.
All right. Thanks you all for joining us. Thanks for coming in here, and thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Thanks.
Please like
bye.
and subscribe. Bye-bye.
Take care of yourself and be positive.